so well. You always seem to tell when I need a little kiss and a hug, and that extra kind of loving. You love me like a champion. Baby, you're my Superman. Yeah,
baby, girl, you know just what I like. What you do, it makes me lose my mind. I just wanna give you, make love to you, take me with you on a rocket flight. Keep on loving till we touch the sky. Oh, till we touch the sky. Baby, baby,
and it doesn't matter whatever comes our way. You and me, we gon' stay together. Baby, we've been through so much. Our love is so strong, you know what? You and me, we gon' stay together. I love you too. World to me, and I ain't never leaving.
It's like that, like that.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You have just entered the building with your boys, King and Sane. Welcome to Shop Talkin' Random-ish, where conversation rules the nation and no topic is off limits.
You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Now welcome your hosts, Rick King and Will Sane.
Greetings, Atlanta, America, worldwide internet. Thank you for tuning in to WWWE 1100 AM, The Real. You're on Shop Talking Randomish with King and Sane and the lovely Starlight. I am Will Sane.
Welcome back.
Stop. Stop.
Stop what?
Stop.
Stop what?
Well, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you. Oh, and Miss Jazz. I apologize. You know your family now, so I got to add you into it. So, once again, welcome to Talking Randomish with King and the Sane and the lovely Starlight and Miss Jazz. I am Will Sane.
It's your boy Rick King in the building.
The lovely Starlight is not here.
And it's just Jazz.
Just Jazz?
That's my radio name.
Just Jazz.
Just
Y'all
Jazz.
Miss Jazz, my bad. I've been gone too long.
Yes, you have. Welcome back, my brother.
I'm glad to be back, brother.
Hey, man, it's, we have missed your tea.
I miss being in here, man.
So, is this just a drive-by or?
This is a drive-by.
Okay.
I won't be back until like middle of August.
Middle of August?
Yeah, middle of August.
Okay. Well, good. I can have some fun then. Y'all can keep leaving me here, but okay. Okay.
You do well though, brother.
I mean, I'm just doing what I do when I do.
You do well, and just Jazz, and just Jazz does well as also. She also does well. I've been watching y'all. From afar.
Yeah, I like that little Jazz. She tried to act like she ain't controversial, but one thing I figured out is she loves battling me.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm gonna speak up for her on this one. I don't think it's she
Battle.
loves battling you. I think she loves she doesn't even love it. I think she just has to set you straight.
And don't be saying
I think that's what it is. She just feels like she has. Do you mind me speaking for you on that?
Sure.
I'll let you speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. How do you feel about what Rick just said? That
I mean, I think he's talking about was not last week, but the week before. I don't know, whatever day that was when we all had that heated argument. It was just more so of he wasn't seeing the other side, which is what you have to do in journalism.
No, I saw the other side.
No, you kept cutting us off and then inserting words, so that's how it went. But you know, that's in the past. Today is a new day. We're moving forward. It's the second half of 2019. So.
And last night we figured out she is a bully.
How am I a bully? Wait a minute.
We figured out last night
You were the bully last night.
No, I wasn't the bully.
You were the
I
one trying to force people to drink vodka.
No.
Trying to force us all to drink vodka.
Took a shot.
Everybody said no, they didn't want one. Here, take it. Here, you sure you don't want one?
Everybody took a shot.
Right. Everybody
Everybody took a
did.
shot.
And after that, he proceeds to ask me and my brother, did we want
We
some?
wanted
We were
one.
like, no. And then he proceeds to ask again and again and again.
That's what you do when you're amongst friends and the
You're
people you love.
persistent.
When you're amongst people, your family.
they weren't. You saw that they weren't enjoying themselves.
Well, no, they were enjoying it, but I figured out a way to kick it up a notch.
Next level.
Yes, sir. Take it to the next level. But we had a good time, man. I mean, do what you do. Like I say, anytime you can get together and just enjoy family and friends, I love it.
Yep.
And that was one of them times. But we do have more family in the building. And
Tell them to come on.
more family need to come on in here and have a sit down.
Come on over here.
Come on right here.
Grab a chair.
How's everybody doing?
We're doing great.
We got Don from DNA Sports is back in the building. I asked him to join us in the barbershop because free agency just went down.
Yeah.
And we finna get hot and heavy. Yes, sir. In fact, I need to go see if my paper printed also.
Man, notes.
Boy, it's a lot went down today.
Man, notes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But before we get into that, how was your week, man? How you been?
Can I complain? 4th of July. Had a great 4th of July. Tried to teach my daughter how to ride a bike in one day.
Did she do it? You know, kids these days take multiple days.
My son, here's the thing. My daughter's 15 years old.
Okay.
So
All right.
she never.
She can drive a car, but she can't ride a bike. So she's out of town with a friend right now, and if she's watching, I'm telling the story. So she's out of town with a friend right now. But what happened is the friend asked her, said, "Hey, Simon, we're gonna go out of town. My family, we want you to come too. Can you ride a bike? Can you ride a bike?" And my daughter goes, "Yeah, of course." Then she calls me, "Dad, I need to learn how to ride a bike in one day." So I'm like, "Okay, baby." I go grab a bike real quick, take her to the park, give her a quick lesson. Just let God be with my baby. That's what I'm just saying. Let God be with my baby, cause she ain't get it.
Well, it's funny because my oldest baby, who's 15, also, I remember when she tried to learn how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
And then she just said, "Forget it," because it wasn't working with her.
Yeah.
Now my baby boy, he got up there one day and decided, "I'm gonna ride a bike."
Yeah.
He first started with the training wheels and that thing. He done took the training wheels off. This all happened one day. Well, my baby girl, she got jealous, and that's how she learned how to ride. Yes, that's how she learned how to ride a bike because her baby brother was riding, and so she had to learn
Like
how.
your son, I learned how to ride a bike like at 4 or 5. I had the training wheels on, and by the end of the day, they was off.
Yeah, that's how he was.
But Ava and them,
was.
I don't think they still know how to ride a bike. They still got on training wheels, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, why is this taking so long?
Yeah,
I don't know, and that was the thing with her at first. I tried to teach her like at a younger age. She never could get it, and I felt that she just didn't care. So we said, okay, forget it. We moved away. Now our son, we let him ride. He learned he picked it up quick. But I also found out that I think he picked it up quick, or they pick it up better when their mom is the instructor instead of me being the instructor.
yeah.
I don't know.
You put pressure on him.
I think I must.
You're a drill sergeant.
It is that.
And
I think that part of it, that mentality.
Yeah. And for me, I'm coach.
Yeah.
Because I'm coach.
Oh, it's hard for me
Yeah,
to coach.
it hard for me to come out of Coach King when I'm doing stuff like that. So it's a lot easier for them. It was a lot easier for them to do those things when Coach King ain't around.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to understand. It's hard for me to grasp that you can't grasp it, or you're not grasping the concept. And I try very different ways and switch. All right, try it this way now. Try it that way now. Try it. Yeah, I get to a level of frustration where I'm like, okay, I'm not. It's not good for me right now. I'm not in a good place.
But see, you got a way to take you out of it.
Because I start getting mad. Like, it's hot. Yesterday it was like 100 and some odd degrees. But yes. I said, you know what? No. I'm going to be here for my baby because she really wants it.
Yes.
So I had a great 4th yesterday, man.
It was good. Yeah, we had a good time. We was at all the fellas was at Jazz Pop's house. Mm-hmm. And we had a good time, man, eating and drinking and telling lies and drinking and telling more lies and drinking some more, and yeah, then we shot off fireworks and everything, and drank some more and told some more lies. And
I think it was just you doing the drinking. I don't recall nobody. I don't recall nobody.
You might be right.
So there's only one person.
It was like, yeah, they had to say, "Dang, y'all drank a lot out this bottle." It was you. It was you.
Yeah, I did. Oh no, I figured it out. Especially at 4:00, and I was still slightly inebriated. Yes, sir.
Only one person really
right.
telling the lies.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else just listening.
No, they were telling lies. They might not have been drinking. They were telling lies. No, it was plenty of lies being told.
Don, what about you, man? How was your 4th?
Oh, good. Do nothing. Relax. Hung out, me and the wife, and went and got some furniture, and that was about it.
Oh, went and got the furniture.
Yeah, man.
Did you do the shopping for the furniture, or does she do the shopping and you do the buying? Both. Yeah. So you do have input on what you're gonna get.
Yes.
I'm proud of you, brother. I lost that battle.
Are you lying?
We clear all the way.
No, you the one telling lies. You can tell the truth, dog. You can tell the truth in the barbershop, dog. We know how that thing go.
Like, you really put in. You the one telling lies yesterday, according to what you just said.
Oh yeah.
What'd you say, Jazz?
Oh, that's how I'm gonna be. No.
You gonna be the same way?
Yeah.
So he doesn't have any say so on the furniture.
No. Men typically have poor taste when it comes to furniture and decorating. They want it to look like a man cave, and it's just a man who lives.
I can agree to that, sir, to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
You can do that in the basement, but the whole house, no.
But the whole house?
No.
Not even one piece?
What is it called? The minimalist lifestyle, where it's like you don't put all the decorations.
I appeal to that. I feel like that's where contemporary style comes into play. It's like modern, so it's not like too much stuff, but no. I feel like men typically don't know how to decorate.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Jazz. All I want is one room. That one room that's going to be mine. The rest of that, I don't want no parts of it.
You realize that more and more as you get a house that you only really want to be restricted to one area. Yeah. That you're more so restricted to one area of the house. And you really don't want people to come bother you in that area. Yeah. So give you the whole house.
Yeah.
Give him his man cave.
The whole house is theirs. It ain't no give. I don't know what you talking about. Give them the whole house. I need you to come up out of that, dog. You ain't giving them. They taking the whole house. It's theirs. It's theirs.
And so, talking about the 4th, though, going back to the 4th, Rick and I are in a sports group, all right, on FB, and a question was posed, which was, should blacks celebrate the 4th of July?
That's a conversation that's always being held. I don't think black people necessarily are celebrating the 4th of July in the historical context. I don't think I wake up in the morning and say, I'm proud to be an American. I don't think I've done that my 22 years of life. I think I just like the tradition of going to the barbecue and doing the fireworks. I think that's generally what black people enjoy. I see that argument come every year on Twitter because people are like, we should be celebrating Juneteenth. I did celebrate Juneteenth and I did the exact same thing, the barbecue, the fireworks. I just don't think as a black person I wake up and I'm looking at the context of 4th of July.
So you don't think, all right, what about you, Don?
Who is it celebration for?
For the country. For the 4th of July.
Okay, so if you're black, I don't understand, what the purpose of that is. I've looked at, several people, as you were saying, the back and forth and everything. If it's something that has been offensive and in this day and age, everything seems to be offensive. But if it's offensive to you, then don't do it.
Yeah.
And it seems like
there are so many things, and this even goes to Nike pulling the shoe.
Yeah, and
that had
that's
the
what's
flag on it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I will say I am proud of Kaepernick for having a seat at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, that's power and decision making.
Yeah.
Nike is a $1 billion company. They could have went on and done the shoe and then, you know, retracted it without even asking his opinion. But at least to ask his opinion, Mel, you can argue, well, it should never got to that point. But regardless, it got to that point.
Yeah.
But at least they asked him, hey, what do you feel about this?
Yeah.
He offered his suggestion. They could have said, you know what? We don't find it that offensive. And continued.
Continued with it.
Right. But, and I think that's what people don't realize. They're mad at him for what reason? All he did was offer his suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's offensive. I don't think that might be received well.
Yeah.
Again, Nike's a $1 billion company. They can do whatever they want to. You're like, okay, we appreciate you. But they listened.
Mm-hmm.
And they acted on it, which shows that you got to have a diverse, now in today's culture, you got to have a diverse background at the table on any decision that's made.
Yeah, or you end up with stuff like the Gucci sweater or the Gucci shirt.
Right.
Or H&M.
Exactly. So many things out.
People love to focus on the past.
Gucci, H&M, there's a Prada. I mean, it's a bunch of them out there now. So, you know, but to even have people to say, hey, who's going to be offended by this? Yeah. And how much is this going to cost us to retract everything that we've done?
Because that $150 shoe, who's going to buy that $150 shoe?
Somebody.
I didn't see the shoe. Did the shoe just have an American flag on the back of it?
It had the 13 colonies.
Oh, okay, 13. I'm saying, well, they got to pull everything off the shelf. Okay.
I would think that there should have been someone on there who said, look, you're not supposed to have the flag on any apparel, period, because that's against the law.
Mm-hmm. Well,
whether it was offensive or not.
It's supposed to be against the law, but no one cares about it. Let's be honest.
If you look at the USA, the men, they said the USA women's soccer team, no one selling jersey, men's or women. It doesn't have a flag. It has some stripes and some stuff. But according to the law and the Constitution, you cannot have a flag on any apparel. So it should have, regardless of offense or not, it shouldn't even gotten to that point based on somebody at the table saying, hey, this is wrong. Right, the legal team. That's what you have a legal team for.
What do you, Rick?
What's your question again?
Should blacks celebrate the 4th of July?
I don't think so. Hell no.
And why not?
Because at July 4th, 1776, we were property. We weren't even Americans. So, no.
Okay, now
that Day of Independence has nothing to do with us. We were not free. We were property.
Okay.
Of.
This is why I disagree with that.
3/5, right?
I disagree with that whole.
Sure
I disagree with that whole comment and statement.
I'm sure you do.
And this is why I disagree with it.
Your background is
4th of July is not about. 4th of July is about America, the country. It's about America, the country, becoming independent of England. Yes, at that time blacks were not citizens, but blacks are now citizens. If you're a citizen of this country, then I don't understand why you have a hard time celebrating the independence of this country.
Because we were not independent.
It's not.
We were not. If we're supposed to be,
we weren't. Hell, the people who are alive today weren't independent then. They weren't even born then. But you now are a citizen of this country.
What did I have to do? I had to wait till.
You didn't have to wait.
1865.
You had to wait till you were
okay, my people.
Okay, you had to wait.
My people.
Okay.
My people had to wait till 1865.
Yes.
June 19, 1865.
No. No, they didn't have to wait till then. See, that's why you black. That's what we.
Yes, we did. Because we were still enslaved.
No, that's when blacks in Texas heard about it.
That's when blacks. So everybody still didn't hear about it.
No, so it's not.
So everybody still didn't hear about it.
So let's get it straight.
So the people in Texas had to wait.
Okay.
Till then
because they didn't.
Because everybody wasn't free.
Yeah, we didn't have phones back then.
But it was 1776 when there was independence. We were not free.
Okay.
We were property of.
Yes.
It's a damn shame that.
Later.
It's a damn shame that we had to go.
109 years.
Yes, it's a damn shame that we had to get amendments 13, 14, and 15 to become citizens of a country that we built.
I 100% agree.
So no, I don't think that I'm not going to celebrate Independence Day because we weren't independent.
So what were we doing yesterday then?
I was enjoying.
Because that's what I was. I don't think as a black person, like I don't think I'm waking up like, yes, I'm glad to be an American, all that. I think I'm literally just going out to have a good time.
That's it. No, I wasn't celebrating Independence Day. I was fellowshipping. Huh? Yes, I did. Yes, they did.
Should white people celebrate Martin Luther King's Jr. Day?
I would also like to throw out, it was Tuskegee's birthday yesterday. So that's all that.
Absolutely. Celebrate Tuskegee Day.
Yeah, that was all on my timeline.
That's like crazy. That's like some white people I know on the date of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, they celebrate Robert E. Lee Day. It's the same exact day. So Tuskegee Day, 4th of July.
You have a right. You have a right to celebrate whatever.
So white people celebrate Martin Luther King Jr.
That's their prerogative.
No, I'm asking you,
bro. I can't.
I'm asking you. Should they? You saying blacks shouldn't celebrate this because
it was some white folks had something to do with Martin Luther King,
but it wasn't about them getting equality.
But white folks had something to do with because there's no
white people have something to do with the independence.
There's no change in America unless white folks have something to do with it.
Okay, but black people have something to do with the independence of America. Yes or no? Yes,
the majority of us was not free. So that's what I'm
asking you.
Yes,
blacks had to do something.
Blacks had something to do with everything that ever happened in this country.
And there were some blacks that were free at that time, correct? Yes or no?
So guess what?
In the North, were there some blacks free? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So how can you say that Americans or blacks shouldn't celebrate because we were property? Not all blacks were property.
Okay, so those that were not property, they should.
So how do you know which ones were property not right now?
You don't.
Exactly.
So you make the decision upon you. You make the decision upon you in your life and how you live.
That's right. But to say that for black people to say blacks should not celebrate it and make it as a factual statement is one of the most craziest things that I hear.
I don't think it's as a factual statement. I think it's more of a this is why you shouldn't, because you bringing up the Juneteenth and other things. So.
So give me that then. Give me not the question. The question should not be should blacks. Tell me why shouldn't blacks?
But I told you
because some were slaves at the time that this country was free.
Because most of us were property.
You know, it's a damn shame that I got people in Afghanistan, Afghans, who say Happy 4th of July. They celebrate 4th of July. They love America more than Americans love America. And the problem
let me ask you this.
Do you celebrate Cinco de Mayo? You celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
No, I don't.
But I'm just saying, a lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Okay, so you're going to have people who are going to celebrate things regardless.
Yes.
And so it should be up to each person's, I guess, conscience to decide what they feel like they want to celebrate.
True.
And a lot of them Afghans had not put up what we had to put up with to gain recognition.
What did you have to put up with? No, not your people, not the slaves.
I gotta go with my people. Really?
But see, that's the thing. Some people don't have. Here's the thing.
But some do.
Some of us love to try to play like we're a victim still when we're not. You're not a victim. So quit with the victim. Some black people need to stop playing the victim role and say what people had to do and what. I got it. That's past. That happened. Now move forward.
Okay, moving forward don't mean celebrate.
How are you going to ever move forward?
Move forward don't mean you have to celebrate because they told you to celebrate on this day.
So you would rather keep your mind trapped in the past and saying, because this happened to us then, I won't move past that. I don't believe
I don't have to
work together.
I don't have to acknowledge this day to move forward.
Go to work.
Shit, I did go to work. I went to work. I went to work.
8 to 6.
I take it. I went to work.
8 to 6?
Yeah.
I went to work. I pushed and pulled carts yesterday.
Okay.
I was at work.
I'm glad.
And then once I got on, I went by my man's crib.
That's when you started.
And you
started drinking and telling lies.
Don't call it no 4th of July celebration.
I didn't call it the 4th of July celebration.
We just called
I called it hanging out and kicking it with my phone.
Shut fireworks.
They did. Yes, he did.
So you celebrated.
Okay.
He shot
But
I mean, if you hadn't done the fireworks, I don't.
Fireworks were bought. Fireworks were bought.
That's part of the celebration. So yeah,
Fireworks were bought, and we shot them off.
45. Both of y'all were shooting fireworks.
Wait, but he was.
I got you stuttering already.
Hey,
So, I did celebrate, but I just semi-celebrated.
no.
It goes. It's just to me. I got it, and that's the great thing about this country, though. Everyone has the freedom to choose whichever route you're gonna go, whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah.
The only thing I have a problem with is that when people, and I'm okay with people who don't celebrate. I know I sound like I'm not, but I'm okay with it. The one thing that always gets me is black people who don't vote. But I'm okay with people.
That's a whole nother
My
issue.
only problem with people that don't celebrate is when you want to call people who celebrate coons, Uncle Toms, sellouts, and other things because they're like have a different mindset, and that's my problem that I have when it comes to things like this in our culture. Period.
Are you stressing for everybody to have a different mindset, or just us?
No, really us. Because this is why I feel that we can't ever progress as a race, is because we want to bicker about small things. Where other groups, they don't do this.
A lot of the other groups don't have the tough times making it
They
as we
had
do.
tough times.
I'm talking about here.
Everyone's had tough
I'm talking about
times.
here, and I get that. But the tough times that America put in front of us as black people is a lot of times different from a lot of the tough times that other races, nationalities have to deal with.
Then shouldn't that bring you tough times? What's tough times supposed to bring you together, right?
But we've been together as a country but one time.
No. I'm talking
In my lifetime.
I'm talking about black people. The tough times should bring the black
Who
people
was that?
together. But it doesn't.
9/11.
Oh yeah.
9/11. That's the only time I know about a week.
I was born in 97, 98, 99, 2000.
okay.
Yeah,
2000. I was 4.
yeah. They about a week. We was one country for about a week,
Yeah.
maybe 2.
You know, then we started selling the flags and everything on the side of the road, and
Yeah, we was
and
one
walking
country, yeah.
T-shirts and everything.
And then they woke up.
Then it went all back downhill
Yeah,
from there.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
But I say that's what we differ from, though. But okay, I'm glad everybody had a good 4.
Yes, sir.
You gonna take a break?
Yes, we can take this break. I wanted to make sure. No, I wanted to make sure I could put this station ID. You know, you have to pay with a certain time limit. So
Yeah,
I want to make sure you get it in the right time slots. But when we come back, Don, this year, like I said, we're gonna get into this NBA free agency. We're gonna get into tennis. We're gonna talk a little soccer. But y'all know what this is. This is Barbershop Talking around the Bush. Ain't nothing but some good old fashioned barbershop style conversation. In here, ain't no conversation taboo. We only had one rule.
Say what you mean what you say. Just don't be mean when you say it.
And please holler at your folks at 404-603-8770. And if you're in your mammy basement, let her know this ain't no one of them 9999999999999 numbers.
Could be 877.
Well, you know. Sound like you might have a first hand with this number, but so when she see the 8, tell her she look at the other 2 8s and let her know it's a toll free. It's on those 1-888-926-7562. We will be right back.
I can't even hear you.
We will be right back.
There you go.
Have you been looking for a radio station that gives you sports?
I don't believe it! It's a touchdown!
Entertainment?
Are you not entertained?
And other special interest talk shows?
Well, isn't that special?
All on one app?
Yo, that's dope. What app is that?
It's the Real 1100 AM app for WWE. Grab it for free in your Google Play or Apple App Store today.
What up? Boom, boom, boom. Suckers wanna
got my Smith on my side. Word to God, here I comes to make way. Rugged and rock, killing your set every day. Microphone check, 1, 2, here we go. And I'ma let you know who got the flow. Spitting my verbs like an automatic weapon. Suckers keep stepping, cause I'ma let you know. Try to diss me, so I paid them like a hippie from the 60s. But I'ma get paid from the 90s. Like to play your little rascal out like slimy, get your flavor. With my lifesaver techniques, guaranteed to move weeks. And I'll go on for weeks, maybe years. If my peers give me ears to fill, they go for shot and act ill. Parlay and chill, till I paid my dues. Now you can't tell me nothing. This is dedicated to the ones who kept frontin'. The ones who try to disimpose high, oh no. Just cause you had low, see now I got dough. And I'm paid out my rectum, meaning my backbone. Grab the mic, flip a mad script to your dome. Suckers, I kick them like taekwondo. Yes, hello from head to toe to let you know. I'm the rugged operator like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Buckshot, quick to play your like Sega, smooth trigger, happy snappy. Keep my hair nappy. When I swing a F, girls call me Big Pappy. I used to play a game called Ring Around the Rosie. When I would play the mic, it's why the whole world knows me. I'm sorta like a Chevy Heavy when I run rush. You better bring your whole damn crew or get your head crushed, sucker. Cause I'ma set it off with one shot, one trigger, one heads drop. Don't even try to play me out, core static. Buckshot shorty, me sounds like an automatic. Rip the set, my fret's mad tight. Cause I rocks the mic and keeps the crowd hype. Straight from bum rush, truck crush and cause chaos, yo. And I'ma let you know. I must keep you dozing into the stage of the buckshot shorty. Son, pass the boom, keep a top on a 40. Never ever ever get played. Kill that, bust a mad cap in your back. Cause I'm all that straight from Brooklyn. Better known as Brooklyn. Hey, Luke the hookin', your whole beat's cooking. Must take charge, Bogart, I'm the man. Bust my plan and feeds back on my fan. Must I cruise, pay dues, I never lose. When I break off fools, wake up, you don't snooze. Bust the move, I get smooth like Rory. Kicking like the 4 horsemen, yeah, you know me. Booming like a speaker with my $100 sneakers. Baggy black jeans, knapsack, and my beeper. Keep a fresh cut, never see me with a busted flow. And I'ma let you know.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Talking Random Mix with King Insane and the lovely Starlight and Jazz. I am Will Sing.
And I'm just Jazz.
It's your boy Will King in the building.
My bad, just Jazz. And we got
Don Stinson, DNA Sports Talk.
All right, so Don is in the building tonight because we need to talk about some of this NBA, what is it, musical chairs that happened over the past week.
But before we get to that,
literally,
what we got?
Before we get to that, I want to give a shout out to a few of these ladies out here in this thing. First, I want to shout out Coco Golf.
Yeah.
15-year-old AT alien.
She's from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 15-year-old AT alien who just advanced in the round of 16.
Give it a real applause.
Today, I mean, she had a I woke up in time to see the third set. Yeah, and it was great set, you know. And as they were talking about it, you know, I guess she started off because she got.
Yeah, I think
she got beat. She got beat well in the first set.
Yeah, it was like 6-3.
Yeah, and that second set she battled. They battled, and she
down 5-2. She was down 5-2 in the second set, and had to stage off the game twice before she rallied.
Yeah, because old girl had a double fault that put her in the hold, and then in the third set, I mean, it was very competitive. She won some points. The girl looked good. She looked poised. She looked. She didn't get flustered.
15 years old.
15 years old.
What were you doing at 15?
My daughter's 15 years old. She can't ride a bike. Somebody out here beating grown Venus.
Yes.
Oh,
and that's when I first took. You know, she beat my first tennis love.
Simon, I took you the wrong way. I took you. My bad, Simon. We should have put you in golf. Tennis. Good God.
You think Venus lost on purpose?
No.
You think so? That's your conspiracy?
What you tell me when I think you want to
have a conspiracy theory?
Why do you think
you could? But I don't think so. I think based on the way she looked when she lost, the competitor in her was like, but still being gracious to the young lady and saying congratulations, you know. But that initial, like, I just lost to you. I got to be gracious, shake your hand. That's good, you know. That's why I don't think she did. But, you know, there's conspiracy theories out there that she allowed her to win so she could make her name for herself and, you know, rise.
Let me tell you when I
ain't got no life.
He
got no life.
Body just coming up with stuff.
Hey man, but when, because I was thumbing through when her and Venus was playing, and I stopped. I said Venus. So I stopped, but it wasn't Venus. I was looking at Coco.
Yeah.
She's like a young she looks like a young Venus
without the beads.
Yeah, she and look cute, but you know. I love Venus though. I can say this. Me and Venus have a special relationship. I'm in love with Venus.
Really?
Yes, I'm in love with her. She's so long. I like the long.
They look too much like their daddy. They look their daddy. I'm like, sorry, y'all, I can't do that.
Whatchamacallit?
I'm sorry, man. Body wise, I'm like, whoa. Face wise, I'm like,
you ever seen Floyd Mayweather's daughter? She look exactly like him. She like a girl version of him.
See, and that would take me away from ever being intimate with a woman when I look like your daddy in the face.
My daughter's a girl. My baby girl's she looks like me, but she's a pretty version of me.
Mine
very
looks
pretty
like me as
version.
well. Mine looks like me as well. And I know everybody who tries to get my dad in the face. I think it's scared.
Yes, sir. But we also want to give a shout out to the women's soccer.
Oh yeah.
They are heading in tomorrow at 11 o'clock. They will be playing the Netherlands. And for the World Cup, and I'm trying to three-peat.
Shout out to
those. Those are two-peat, back to back. Wins of winning the World Cup. They started off busting heads to the white meat, and then as the teams got tougher, they had to put some things together. Megan,
Pink, I call it Pink.
How y'all feel about this thing with Megan? How you feel about this thing, dog? Her sitting out the last game and the controversy around.
She had a hamstring, and I think initially the thinking was because they had gotten beat before. So at this point, it was like, well, do we switch up our lineup and not start her? Was what most people were thinking, not realizing she had a slight hamstring problem. But I think when you're playing someone and it's a chance to go to the World Cup finals and you lost to them your last match, there's that hate, there's that motivation. You don't have to say or do anything to motivate a team like that.
Yeah.
You just say, look, we win the finals.
Yeah.
So at that point, I think that they were already prepared to win whether she played or not. And you didn't want to risk her getting injured and then not having her for the finals.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
And you saw how the match went to begin with, and You know, they went up 1-0, then they tied, and then they went up 2-1, and then I can't remember the goalie's name, had a huge save to, I think it was about in the 83rd mark. So at that point, if she really needed to go, you could have put her in. Yeah. But it looked like you were going to win the game, so you could rest her, make sure she gets treatment, ice, and everything, be ready for the finals.
Now, my problem with that whole thing was the way it looked. Because they didn't make the announcement that she had the hamstring till after the match.
True.
So it seemed like everything that they were talking about, everything, all the stuff that she was going through, kneeling and everything, like that was the issue, because the matches she had scored the last 5 points they had in the whole thing, and then all of a sudden you sitting her down. So initially it didn't look right.
Yeah.
You know, and my thing was, why would you wait to tell the world that she had a hamstring after the match?
No, everybody does that. Yeah, everybody does that though. That's every sport. You don't tell the injury report.
Looking at Durant.
Yeah.
He's doubtful.
Yeah,
he's doubtful. So at any moment, Toronto was like,
because
is he going to play?
Yeah.
Like you got to prepare for a team as if that player is going to play.
It's a psychological thing to throw the other team off to where their team has to think they still got to worry about your player.
Right.
You don't sit there and say
anybody with sitting
it's doubtful that he's going to play.
Shouldn't have played.
What was anybody with what?
There you go. There you go.
What's
so the first injury? Huh?
You got to play him.
Who should have played?
Durant.
Why?
Durant won the game.
Have y'all seen that video?
They won the
game.
The what?
That video of him before that game.
When he was dunking?
No, he was like getting hype in the locker room and everything.
Yeah,
where is it? Yeah. It was like, dang.
You gotta pull it up.
Don't get me wrong.
When he came out and dropped them threes, you were like, oh, they in trouble. Yeah. They finna win 3 straight is what everybody thought.
The world was
Guess what? If that doesn't happen, they win 3 straight, and we're talking about him, being one of the greatest of all times now because he led them back.
Yeah.
It just so happened that it popped. If it doesn't pop, we're not even having this discussion.
The first injury is the one I'm talking about. The first injury is the one I'm talking about. I had a feeling when he went down, it was an Achilles. I'm talking about when he first did that.
Everyone did.
I was thinking Achilles. Everybody, they were saying with everything else. So to me, he should have never played again. But I understand the competitor in him.
Yes.
And wanting to play.
And the players are like, hey man, you good? Like,
yep.
It was pressure. He is a sensitive athlete. He's a sensitive athlete. So he heard everyone saying, we need you, we need you, we need you. When you coming back, when you come back. And he's like, all right, I'm going to give it a go.
Okay, I'm going to take offense to what you're saying right now. He's a sensitive athlete. All of them are sensitive athletes. The only person who wasn't was Kawhi. The only person, because Kawhi, when he was injured, Kawhi was like, I'm not doing it.
Kawhi is,
but nearly all these other players are
cut from, I don't know what he cut from. It ain't even a cloth.
Yeah, so
he cut from something totally different.
And when people, this is why I say it's not the sensitive part to me. When you feel, and your teammates are telling you, hey, we need you, man. Are you good? We gotta have you. We can win this with you. You push yourself. That to me, that's not sensitive. That's you saying, I'm listening.
Durant is sensitive, dog.
I love them all.
If you got a burner account to respond to people, you sensitive.
That's not right. Responding to yourself.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that
because you got a burner account.
No, I used to have a burner account. But I'll tell you, I'm okay with that because I'm spitting. I'm okay with that because there are people who, when you can't respond the way you want to respond as that professional. So if you want to respond in a certain manner, in a certain way,
you can respond. It's a certain way to do it.
Mike Vick had a burner account. Mike Vick had a fake Juan Mexico when he out here trying to get.
Well, he was doing other things.
Everybody has burner accounts.
Look at that.
I'm good.
Everybody know that he got called Cupcakes for a reason. He earned the nickname Cupcakes for a reason.
What he said. Y'all know who I am.
Oh yeah,
I am. I know I am.
But like I say, once he hit the court, that's a whole different thing.
I think LeBron's sensitive. LeBron is like the most sensitive. LeBron is like the most sensitive one to me of all of them.
No.
People say
no.
The reason why I think
I agree with you. I think Durant too.
I think LeBron is the most sensitive one. The reason why I say this because to me, LeBron is the one who wants to be loved, who needs to be loved. Kevin Durant doesn't care about being loved.
Yes, he does.
And
the report just came out.
That is why Kevin Durant. To me, that is why Kevin Durant said, "I will leave you and go here. I will leave here and go here."
But
I don't care who likes it.
He did that to go play with his boy, though.
No, to go play with Kyrie.
Yeah,
I think Kyrie went to Brooklyn to play with Kevin Durant. More so than Kevin Durant going to play with Kyrie.
No, let me tell you the story.
Wherever KD would have went, Kyrie would have fallen.
Let me tell you a story I just heard.
I don't think it's the same.
Let me tell you a story that they say just came out. The reason why he left Golden State.
Oh, no,
because he didn't feel the bond and the closeness with Steph. They didn't become boys like he wanted them to become boys. So and they didn't have that because when they recruited him.
Who said that? Chris Broussard?
No.
Who said that?
No. It was I heard it.
Okay. Here we go with a herd.
I mean, you think he's going to the story came out
to get a story around?
Well, actually, I meant to
telegraph and tell
Rick Bucher.
Yes, it was Rick Bucher. Yes, it was Rick Bucher who reported this. And basically, what he was saying was when they went to recruit him, Steph, Clay, and Green, Draymond, all came, and he seen the closeness and the togetherness that they were, and that his idea was, I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna become part of that. The closeness, we gonna hang out, we gonna become boys. It never happened.
I really don't believe it. I would rather someone tell me that he got pissed after that celebration last year when the GM or the owner or whomever was up there that said, "We got this before you," or something to that effect. I would rather you tell me that than to tell me that Rick Bucher is going to say that.
It's Steph's
Who the
team.
hell is Kevin Durant say that to?
How would you feel? You're the Finals MVP. You're the reason why the team swept Cleveland, and then the year before that, a gentleman's sweep. It was 5 games, gentleman's sweep. You're the MVP. You're looking at the best player next to LeBron James, but they say this is Steph's team. How would you feel?
I don't think he cared about that. That part I don't think he cared about.
Well, he does care about that.
You're human. You're human.
No.
You're human.
That's the part
You looking like I'm the reason why those banners are going up, but y'all still giving Steph all the accolades.
But everyone on that team kept saying that he was the best player. Everyone on that team.
How many
kept
people on the
saying
team?
that
How many people on the team? 12?
Yes.
14, 15? 15?
Yeah. 15.
But who are the other 8 million people saying, "Oh yeah, that's Steph team. Oh yeah, that's Steph." 15 compared to 8 million is totally different. And if you got burner counts, you're seeing, and it is Steph's team because he was homegrown. It's homegrown.
Yes,
and it takes nothing away from Durant's greatness.
Yeah.
But you weren't born there, so it's going to be different. And from the report, that's what the problem was.
See, I have a hard time believing that Kevin Durant told somebody that. And
you wouldn't believe it if you heard it came out.
You would think Kevin Durant told one of his boys, and they told Rick Bucher, KD's leaving because he doesn't feel close to Steph.
Yes.
No, but it's like, man, I'm sitting out here doing all this, and
I don't put it past him because I know he's sensitive.
Ain't nobody that damn sensitive except for certain people who say. I
disagree.
Nobody that
I disagree.
They're gonna say that crap out loud.
I disagree.
Oh man, come on. And your boy gonna tell Rick Bucher that? No.
That's why it's
your kid better tell.
That's
Rick
why
Bucher.
it's sources.
That's all.
Now, if only one person said it, I would get it.
Sources.
But if more than one, if several people are saying it, then there's some validity to it.
Same sources who told Jalen Rose that Kawhi's going to sign to Toronto for a 2-year agreement, right? Same sources. Same sources.
If I'm Kawhi, I take that money.
You take the 2 year?
I take the 2 year because you only got to play for one, and then you can opt out, and then you can go get the max deal.
What happened to Kevin Durant should show everybody why you take that long-term deal. I think Kevin Durant's crazy anyway. I think Kevin Durant should have opted in, get that free $30 million this year, and then next year sign a max deal. I think he just screwed himself out a lot of money.
You know, he's not worried about money.
I know he's not. But
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, in fact, I thought as soon as it happened, he was in there signing it as he was hopping out. I thought he was in there signing this to stay for the 31.5.
Yeah.
But he got a long-term deal from Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
and let's get into it. Let's get into it.
31 mil by doing that.
Bro, he ain't. That 31 is.
No, that 31 is 31.
But he ain't worth. That 31 didn't mean nothing to him.
Shaq said, I ain't letting 31 go. And Shaq's a millionaire.
Right. Who probably still ain't cashed a check from his actual playing day.
Yeah.
He's still endorsement
Correct.
money he living off
Like
of. And I mean, he on more commercials now, it seems like, than when he was playing. Right. But this is the new NBA.
If you never seen Shaq play, you wouldn't even know Shaq was a basketball player. You just know he's an advertiser.
Right.
You know,
but this is the new NBA. It's where the players have all the control. The owners don't have the control. The owners just sign the check. But the players decide where they go, where they can team up. Because there's no way in the world you can tell me that 2 of the top 10 players are going to end up with the Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Nets.
You would think Jay-Z was still part owner.
All right. So that just goes to show you when it comes to free agency or even, trades, you can, like Kawhi, he say, you know what, I ain't playing.
Yeah. So let's talk about these moves.
Okay, now that we brought it up, okay, let me ask you, is the Knicks okay? Are the Knicks okay? I mean,
no. I don't know why people love to throw them in the conversation.
No, because they didn't they collected all this money.
This is the reason why people throw the Knicks in, okay? Because of Knicks fans. And because people blow up the Knicks because it's New York. It's big market. They blow up. Everybody wants to go to the Knicks. It's
used
the Mecca.
Used to want to go to the Knicks.
Did everyone used to want to go to the Knicks?
Yeah.
Or is that just a stereo? Is that?
Nah, folks wanted to play like they wanted to go. They wanted to play in New York, L.A., Boston.
Yeah.
Those were Chicago.
Yeah,
those were the places they wanted to go. Don't nobody want to go to New York now. And I think Dolan okay, how do you think Dolan made a mistake by not at least offering KD?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it was dumb.
He should have at least offered him the max, because if he offers him the max, KD goes there and Kyrie goes there. 2 years ago, we had someone on our show who's friends with Kyrie said that they were both going to the Knicks. Mm-hmm. He came on the show last year. He said, now I tell you it's New York. It's either the Knicks or the Nets, but it'll definitely be New York. So, but that's because of Dolan. Mm-hmm. I don't care what job you go to. If it's bad upper management, you're less likely to go there.
Yeah.
Especially if the dollars are going to be comparable.
Yeah.
Which is why Kawhi only wanted to meet with Magic, LeBron, and Jeannie Buss. Mm-hmm. What's upper management like? Everybody's hearing about Rob Pelinka as the GM. Magic just up and left and didn't tell nobody. What kind of situation am I getting into?
Yeah.
Because if it's going to be crazy and hectic and all this and drama and everything, I'll stay in Toronto. I'll go to the Clippers.
That's going to be drama, though.
But there's certain kinds you don't want to have to deal with. You don't want the headaches of coming. Kawhi is what? I want to play basketball.
That's it.
I don't want to come in and be like, hey, Rob Pelinka did this and the GM is this and him and Jenny. But I don't want to have to answer those kind of questions. I want to answer of, hey, you got Portland tonight. You got Utah tonight. How are you going to? Those are questions as a player you want to answer. You don't want to have to talk about what upper management is doing and not doing.
Then he should stay in Toronto.
And plus,
unless it's all worked out.
It's not going to be worked out. Because the first time LeBron, here's the problem with him. Well, going back to James Jones, let's go back to New York for a minute. I have to stick with what me and a few friends got into disagreement about this, and I have to stick with what I said. I don't think James Dolan messed up by. I can see why James Dolan didn't offer the money. I'll put it that way. I don't believe in paying $31 million for a year that I know I don't have you, and then I don't know how you're gonna bounce back ever.
Okay,
but I have people who say you'll make that money back on jersey sales. But that's a lot of jersey sales I'm gonna have to make.
But that's New York. That is the Knicks. They go buy. They cleared this money. They made all this for this offseason.
Yeah.
For KD, Kyrie, and then I also heard that they was trying not to the $10 million that New York gave Jordan.
Yeah.
It was some funny business about them and Jordan. Jordan is also their boy. DeAndre Jordan is also their boy. And they all three is trying to go together.
Okay.
The Nets said, "Come on."
So
I think James Dolan. Do I think James Dolan made a pretty decent decision? Yes, but as bad as the Knicks has looked for the last 20 years, you have to at least offer that.
But here's my thing about what I think about the Knicks, though. Do you? And this is what a lot of us don't like. I have to look at the Hawks real quick, and I'm going to put the Knicks up there with the Hawks and Phoenix and all these other young teams. Do you retool and rebuild, or do you just do like Brooklyn did when they started getting Joe Johnson, what was it, Paul Pierce,
Garnett.
Yeah. Do you get old players and try to make a championship run with old players who may or may not pan out, or do you retool with something fresh and say, let me see what I can do with this young squad?
Which is what they did. So when you didn't make that offer, you got Julius Randle, you got Bobby Portis, R.J. Barrett, you picked up in the draft, you picked up Wayne Ellington, you got Taj Gibson, then a veteran, Kevin Knox is there, Dennis Smith Jr., who had a breakout year last year. So you got nice young pieces, and they can all be gone in a year too, except for, of course, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle. So you kept that core piece.
You're not gonna let, and
Dennis Smith Jr.
They're not going to let Dennis Smith or Knox go, I think.
But again, the Knicks will be in play in 2 years again to offer max deals.
Yeah.
So let's say if Kawhi, I say he's in the Lakers, but the 1% that says he goes to Toronto, you could offer Kawhi a max deal to come to New York.
Yeah.
So they're still in play, but yet they got decent pieces.
Or the big cat.
Right.
Or cat.
Yeah.
Carl Anthony Towns.
But there's still going to be one bro.
What?
James Dolan.
You know what? I don't know, because it's like I really think you may have to do a fresh restart. But I will say this though.
But hadn't it been fresh restart for 20 years?
Tonight, in about the next 5 minutes, I'll start saying we do the countdown for Zion Williamson going to New York. I think in the next 5 minutes we're going to start the countdown for him joining R.J. Barrett in New York. So, I might build what you have right now.
But I still think that depends on ownership and how Dolan. Folks don't like. They don't like him. This guy they don't like, and I think that is hindering everybody making a stink about Charles Oakley in the statement that he made. But a lot of that is true. They don't like Dolan, and they don't like him because of the way he treated Oakley and treat people. The way he took the fan. The fan said fire the team, and he had the fan removed.
People want him to sell the team, and if I was Dolan, I would do the same thing that the former owner of the Clippers did. And I told a friend of mine this when they forced him to sell. I said, if you try to force me to sell, I'm selling this thing for $2 billion. And I threw out a crazy number. I said $2 billion, and that's what he sold it for. $2 billion. So if I was Dolan, I would sell it.
But this is the thing.
$5 billion.
This goes back to one of the things you just talked about. It was a time where people wanted to go to the Knicks. There was also a time where players wanted to have their best game at the Garden.
I think they still do that, though.
I don't think so.
I'm
going to ask you a question, because I asked this question to some people. It's the job of the best players to pass that legacy on. Jordan did that. Kobe did that.
That's great.
Did LeBron do enough to pass it on to these young guys and say, look, this is the Garden?
They don't believe it the same way. You're right.
But
I agree with you on
that. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. And I think there still are some people like R.J. Barrett who wanted to go play there. He wanted to be a Knick. But I don't think
the mystique isn't there anymore.
The mystique. Because they did
that. It's on the job of the player to be like,
tell you what it is.
This is a place you want to go have 55 points at.
You don't know about the history.
Right.
And that's a lot of these people don't. Because a lot of them don't know about the history.
That's on the I'm singling out LeBron for right now.
Because he's the greatest.
But that's on the LeBrons. That's on the Durants. That's on them to say, hey, this is the Mecca. This is what growing up, this means a lot. This is the mystique. You want to play here. But it's not there anymore.
LeBron is teaching because brand more than about the history of the game.
I don't have a problem with that, but you gotta. LeBron is such a student of the game.
Yeah.
Pass that on to these guys to let them know this is what it means to play here. This is what it means to go into the United Center. This is where Jordan did pass that legacy on.
But see, but I think to me the kids was okay. This is where Jordan. Oh, okay, because they recognize Jordan. What do you recognize right now? Kid Zion. He was born in what?
2000. He was the first player born in 2000.
He was born in 2000.
Taking it, who's born
since
in
2000. What have we said anything about the Knicks? What is anything came out of except for Melo going there to die? What is the other thing that happened in New York?
When did Jeff Van Gundy hang on to the shoe? Was that the 90s or was it?
That was the 90s.
Yeah. That was the
98. Was that 98? I think that was in 98.
That was a significant thing. Jeff Van Gundy.
Right, hanging on.
In the middle of the fight against Miami, hanging on for dear life. Right. That was the last significant thing in New York.
But you gotta pass that legacy on to say, look, like LeBron would be like, you know what? Hey guys, I'm gearing up because we playing at the Garden tomorrow night. Yep. This is what I want you all to understand and realize what's about to take place. Mm-hmm. And then go have that 50-point night. Win or lose, drop 50, keep shooting, to say, this is why I came, this is why I play ball. It's for this moment.
It's still big for people.
Quick question about you saying that.
In New York.
Quick question about you saying that. Are the kids now, they looking at him like rolling their eye like, man, shut up, old man.
LeBron?
I mean,
no, I don't think so.
Like Zion said,
I don't think so.
LeBron, he wants LeBron to accept him in and to teach him things about the NBA. I think they don't look at LeBron.
I don't think so. No. You don't think that's one or two? He hasn't fallen off yet.
They look at LeBron as Kobe looked at Jordan.
Yes,
like Kobe looked at Jordan when Jordan came in. LeBron is now the Jordan to these guys, Kobe.
Yes.
We're gonna get ready to take the break, and when we come back, we're gonna get ready to take a break.
I can't hear you.
Well, that's your fault. Because I'm on the mic and I don't know why you can't hear it, but
I think it's me.
Yeah, I know it's you. Because you should be able to hear it. But we're gonna get ready. We're gonna take this break. When we come back, we're gonna dive quickly next 20 minutes into this. And I might have something that I want to ask y'all about. It's gonna be something nasty. It's gonna be gross. It's gonna piss y'all and all that. But when we come back, I got a story for you. We will be right back. Sit back and watch and relax and everything. We will be back.
What's up, y'all? I'm Beyonce.
This your boy Drake. Yo, what's up? This is Gucci Mane.
Hey, this is Beyonce. Keep it locked to my station.
Real 1100 AM.
Giving you more of the real.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Put out the word, blase has emerged. Surge, most preferred from the verbs and words I finesse. Try your best to diagnose. When I host, you get to roast. Toast, baked, grilled, brawl. When I rumble, you crumble. My stuff is good like Morongo. Soup, rappers getting super and rugged. While I'll unplug it with my semantic to nugget and expose. You know how it goes when it be gritty. When we roll, it's like we got the key to the city. It won't be pretty for you to challenge. Knock you off balance, bitter, reconsider your talent. You weasel, you're better off pumping diesel. I find it feasible, your days is over fronting evil. Shout until your people trying to bless your spot. But we don't believe that, cause CBS tells a lot on who got shot and who does all the crime. Danger, and you do it all the time.
When the East is in the house. Oh my God.
Danger, when the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Danger, when the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Danger, when the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Danger, when the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
And when we in the house, ain't no time to act shiesty. Come at us feisty to your ass, that is pricey. Costing, you get baked like Mr. Boston. Beans in a box, you need more strength than just locks. I rocks hardcore, even when I dress suited. On some business shit, my street is deep rooted. What is this shit? Rappers want to blossom, but they all a costume. Thinking we buffoon, I tell you soon you'll learn the hard way. Thames and blunts, going Broadway to the theater. Hard rocks is getting weirder, like Vera. From Alice, the East is in your palace on some proper shit, and it will never be the opposite. When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Danger. When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Danger. When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Danger. When the East is in the house. extended. Ass kicks come splendid. Gone winded, but I don't need my respiratory to bless my story. You got nothing for me. It's been plotted behind doors, they scheming up for my arrival. Rappers are teaming up, doing symphonies. It's gonna be infinities when I plan my rap. You be left handicapped. Gather because I bring you no jalopy. Building on heads that be older than your poppy. Pack a NYPF backspin to the Essex. You get started on the present when the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
When the East is in the house.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to Talking Random Ish with King Insane and the lovely Starlight and Just Jazz. I am Will Sane.
Just Jazz.
We got Don in the building. Don,
DNA Sports Talk. I thought Rick was finna say something.
Rick don't go in the order.
Oh, okay. He don't go in the order. My bad.
I know. Real quick.
Let me tell you what.
I always set it up to where I go,
right?
Rick goes, Starlight goes, now Just Jazz goes, and then we'll let the guests go.
Exactly.
Rick never goes in order.
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened when I'm on this side. When I'm on the other side of the glass, it kind of throws me off because I'm having to work instead of playing.
Okay.
When I'm on that side, it's play.
We got you.
And then I have to remember I gotta hit this button or do this. Because I have been known not to hit the record button. And we don't have no show.
That's even worse. So I get it.
I'll speak for you when you're behind the glass.
Let me ask you though, where's Kawhi going?
I honestly don't. But Kawhi don't give you nothing. He gives you nothing.
Oh, I thought you.
I think he going. I really think he going to LA though.
He's going to Lakers.
I think he going to LA.
But I like it though.
He going to the Lakers.
How do you feel
I like it. Don't bother me.
I agree with you. I like his personality. I wish more players would like Kawhi. Like, don't try to be the media darling. Don't try to be the I'm the it guy. Try to be on the scene guy.
Be you.
Yes, that's why I like Kawhi.
He funny without even trying though. Like it was a meme floating around.
It's the kind of dry sense of humor coming. Yeah.
I
I think he's going to Lakers. Now, is it championship or bust? Like anything less than a championship is is over.
Hell yeah.
But that's why I don't think he's going to the Lakers. Cause I don't think he wants that drama that's gonna come with the Lakers.
But
like the Lakers is the sexy ideal, but I don't think he wants it because if LeBron gets hurt, it's gonna be so much pressure. If AD gets hurt,
both of them have gotten hurt recently.
Yeah.
But Kawhi is not the healthiest guy right now. He wasn't. They all might need to be together in AARP.
If AD gets hurt,
AARP.
it's going to be so many. All your questions are not going to be about basketball anymore. It's going to be 24/8 coverage on ESPN and everything else.
Oh, they're going to be on
Lakers.
They're going to be on TV. But see, the thing about him, if he go back to Toronto, he's not healthy. I don't think he's completely healthy now. Mm-hmm. Because, like I say, with the injury that the year he took off with San Antonio, he was low managing all year, and he still
missed 22 games.
He missed 22 games due to low management, and he still wasn't healthy.
Throughout the playoffs.
Obviously, not healthy in the playoffs. Yeah. So, going to LA now, you don't have to. You don't have to depend on him. You can take your time off. Everybody gonna take their time off. Everybody gonna take their time off.
I don't agree with what you're saying.
I mean,
because in LA, you don't know what you got.
In Toronto, you don't know what you got.
Yeah, you do. It's the exact same team.
Exact team.
Everybody's back.
Exactly.
Everybody.
And didn't they get Paul Gasol came now? I think
Paul Gasol.
Paul is good now.
Mark Gasol.
No, Mark was already there, but I think Paul joined.
Paul ain't worth a damn. No, they still got
the Lopez. The Lopez
brothers joined team. Right.
That's what.
Well, see, bro,
my bad.
Mark Gasol.
Paul.
Mark Gasol is about as stiff as
dust.
Can't do nothing now.
Into the playoffs.
Mark Gasol can't do nothing.
And that's but
it's still the East. The East is going to be a lot easier to win
because
than the West.
KD is not playing. So
right.
So New York.
That's another conversation I want to have.
So
Kyrie, sensitive ass.
Yeah,
Let's have this conversation.
I agree with that one.
Kyrie sensitive ass.
I agree with that.
You agree with that one, though?
I agree with that one sensitive now. That one I agree with.
This year he's gonna be the man.
I think New York.
In
The
Brooklyn.
Nets messed up.
This year he gonna be the man in
Nets
Brooklyn.
should not have let D'Angelo Russell go.
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. I don't think so either. Now, when Kyrie comes back, not Kyrie, when KD comes back,
next year,
and Big Brother is the man when he comes back.
It's
What is that gonna do?
Situation
Is it
all over again?
Is it?
No.
I don't think it's the same because I think they're boys. They're friends.
for real.
But to that point about Kyrie being a little sensitive, it might not.
Now you got two sensitive brothers who friends.
You can do a lot of things with friends, but sometimes you can't work with friends.
I think Kyrie learned. I think Kyrie learned from the LeBron situation that he's a Batman.
So he's
That
humble.
He's a Robin.
So he's
not
humble.
a Batman. I think he realized he's not a Robin. He's not a Batman.
I think
he realized he needs a Batman because there are times where you need to be he's the attention guy. Now
Let me play.
Let me be the local killer.
Let me play.
Let me be the small budget killer. I think Kyrie is accepting of that role now, and he understands. I think that's why he called LeBron and even apologized.
Yeah. I think it depends on any given night. If Kyrie has a matchup, you got to go for it.
Mhm.
If KD, you got the matchup, you go for it, and not make it well, we both got to get so many touches.
Both gotta get our buckets.
See who got the mismatch.
But see, that's why KD went to Golden State.
Yeah.
Because of that, it doesn't matter who is hot, we gonna feed the hot. But can Kyrie handle that?
I think he can because he handled it with LeBron.
No.
And I think
But see,
he
that was a whole. But that was a whole. He didn't handle it well in Boston.
No, he did. You know why he didn't handle it well in Boston to me? It was because it was the young boys. The young boy. Kyrie has an ego. Kyrie really does have an ego problem. I remember Kyrie getting upset, and this is why still to this day I love Dennis Schroeder. Kyrie got upset, and it was making a comment about Dennis Schroeder talking trash to him, and he was like, "Who is this guy? He hasn't done anything in the league to be talking the noise that he's talking." And to me, it got under Kyrie's skin that a rookie or that a second-year player
could say something like that.
Could say something and look down upon him. Well, I think the same thing happened when those young boys in Boston started shining and showing that we can do this really without you.
Yeah. They did it without
They did it.
To the Eastern Conference
Finals.
And
a game 7.
Yes, sir.
And then when it comes out to where Kyrie is trying to tell those boys what to do, and they're like, we don't have to listen to you. I think that offended him to where he's like, okay, I can't talk to these boys. They won't listen to me. I'm going somewhere else. And you go to KD, well, you know you can talk to KD because KD can speak your language. Plus, if KD ignores you, you can understand
sensitivity. That's what they needed. They were sensitive together. They were sensitive together. Yes, sir. They got sensitive together. Now you mentioned it. Golden State. Are they in trouble?
Once Clay get back, they'll be fine. Because I think if Clay hadn't have gotten hurt, they would have still won the series against Toronto.
I don't think they would have won the series.
Is Clay coming back this year, next year?
It's gonna be either late
end of March. So he'll be back for the
Clay.
last week or two of the regular season and then playoffs.
But he's gonna be. Do you think he'll be rusty and will be in NBA shape?
He a shooter. He a shooter though.
But you got.
I mean, he does play defense right. So that part be lacking, but the shooting doesn't lead.
No. But he is a. How does it? He plays off screens. He's a lot of running with Clay.
Yeah.
So.
But he spot up too.
But yeah.
Yeah.
He can sit there, look you in the face, and shoot over you.
Sure.
So I think that having him back,
you still gotta get that spring off.
The thing is,
you gotta be in shape to get that jumper.
True, but you look at the Warriors; they go back to what they used to be, and the ball movement and everything. That's not a team that since Clay's not going to be there, they'll probably be about a 7 seed, 6, 7. I don't want to play them in the first round if I'm a 2 or 3 seed because I can easily get bounced.
So what you gonna do with D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
What are you finna do with D'Angelo Russell?
He will give Steph some minutes, and he'll be used as trade bait later.
So you bring him off the bench?
He's off the bench?
Yeah.
So who's
From
your
what
two?
they paying him?
Who's your two coming off? Who's your starting two?
you
From what they paying him?
Yeah, they might have to start.
Yeah,
him.
who's gonna start you? Who's your two off the bit? Who's your starting two?
Well, I get if you have him and Steph, Draymond, you have Looney, and they let go of Bell.
They signed
Iggy's gone.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Which I really wanted the Hawks to pick up.
I like
I
Willie Cauley-Stein.
wanted the
I like
Hawks to pick that guy.
They signed
man.
I think he matured.
Didn't they just sign a small forward? Not Jared Dudley. He went to the Lakers.
No, he went to the
Who was
Lakers.
other guy
Went to the
that-
Lakers.
Who was the other guy? I thought it was another. Oh man, it's gonna tear me up.
But that's it. I mean, Livingston's still there.
Is he?
Yeah, he's here.
Because so they
Sean
worked
Livingston
out-
is still
Oh,
there.
they
Yeah.
said they let
So they'll
Andre
be
go.
okay.
Do you
Yeah,
think?
they let Iggy go.
Now,
Iggy,
do you think-
Iguodala.
Yeah.
Do you think they should go back and get Cousins? Should Cousins come back to the Warriors?
No, not when you got Cauley-Stein. Yeah.
No. Okay.
Why?
But I am curious to see where he's going to end up, though. The last rumor I heard was San Antonio.
Yeah.
That Boogie that would be a good fit.
That'd be a good fit.
He's got to get back into playing shape. Like Clay,
I agree.
now Clay, I can see him getting back into rhythm and playing shape. But a big guy like Cousins, he was laboring up and down the court a little too much. So he's got to shed some weight and get back into it. Clay already got a kind of a thin frame.
He was another person. I wanted the Hawks to
Bro,
pick
when he blew out that thing,
That thigh.
how was he gonna run?
That thigh.
Even though he won game 2,
Yeah, he did.
he won game 2 for him and put him in the position. He showed you signs of brilliance. So my question is, why hasn't this guy been picked up by anybody? Is it just
Unfortunately,
it's
the injury because
he.
I think it's more so the injuries. A second major injury, which is why we were talking about Dolan. I get why he didn't want to offer KD to max. I would have, because you needed to bring some life back to the Garden, but business minded, he's like, yeah, I saw what KD did, but I don't know if he's still going to be that type person. You're hoping that he is. So the same with Cousins, another big major injury like that. You're not sure if he can come back and be that kind of player you need. But it's for cheap though, so it seems like a low risk, high reward though.
That's why I would. Cousins is another person I would take with the Hawks. I just need the Hawks. I need the Hawks to make a splash.
They're not going to. I trust what
TNT is in Atlanta, and we can't be on TNT.
That's going to change this year because
how many games do we have?
Trae Young two last year.
No, we had none on TNT last year. We just had one on.
It was two on a major network on ESPN or TNT. So it was 2 games. This year, I look for it to be about 7 because Trae Young was probably could have been co-NBA.
We're not counting NBA TV now.
Right, not NBA TV.
Okay.
I say
ESPN
or TNT. I say about 6 or 7. We're definitely going to see the Dallas game. Everybody wants to see Luka versus Trae.
I need a Christmas game.
No, you pushing it now. You pushing now. 2 more years.
Why can't I have a Christmas game?
2 more years. 2 more years. You'll get MLK though. You'll get MLK. So you're going to get that. But you'll get a few more games this year because Trae Young has emerged as a star.
Yeah.
And you have more people coming to the games. The games are exciting. It doesn't translate into wins in the last 4 minutes because they're young.
Yeah.
This year, I predict them to be about 35, 36 wins, teetering at 500 because of no playoffs. No playoffs this year. 9th seed, 9 or 10. They were 12 this past year.
Like that.
But it's the development though.
You got to develop.
See, that's what
This is what Travis Slank is doing. He did the same thing at Golden State.
This is why I had he was assistant GM. He wasn't a GM.
Okay, but he was part
This
of
is why I have
He
this is why I like Danny Ferry better than I like Travis Slank. Danny Ferry built a team and then said, "Let me build." Came in, built off of a winning team, and proved that team. Which I hate to say the word scrubs, but second-hand players from other teams. He built a 60-win team. And my thing
that didn't have a chance to win nothing. They won 60 games and didn't have a chance to win nothing.
They didn't have a chance to win. What they had a chance to do was build upon it, though.
But we didn't know.
Got fired.
Bro,
you could have built upon
all those years. I'm sick of being the 8th seed, the 7th seed. I was sick of that.
We were the 1 seed.
You knew they weren't gonna win.
No, but you could build.
We knew they weren't gonna win.
But they wouldn't have got swept if it wasn't for the injuries.
Exactly.
They would have gave Cleveland a 7 game.
Tablo getting injured after the fight.
Corver got hurt in the game 2.
Al got hurt.
Yeah, everybody got hurt.
You knew they went.
And they were a team.
No,
there was no superstar. It was just a team.
But you knew they wasn't gonna
What
win.
you're missing, Rick, is nobody. Okay,
I seen it.
Let me say
I didn't
this.
miss it.
Nobody thought Golden State would be Golden State till Golden State made themselves Golden State.
Okay.
The same thing.
But they stayed together. That's what he's building
But
here.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's building.
No, but
He
what
getting them together.
What I'm saying is that you feel that team would have never been anything. I feel that if Danny Ferry was stayed here and could have built upon that team, had the chance and opportunity to keep building on that team, because Danny Ferry said something. He said, I'm not trying to build a team that just goes to the playoffs. That's not what I'm doing. I'm building a team that can win the championship. That's our goal. It's not to make the playoffs. And so my thing with Travis Slink is, okay, we're taking a lot of contracts, and I understand we're building young. I got that. I hope that we have the right pieces. I'm not 100% sold on Cam Reddish.
I think you don't
I'm
know.
not 100% sold on DeAndre. What all we gave up for DeAndre Hunter?
You only gave up. You didn't give up nothing. So you got the two places. You got the 2 players that you wanted. They still got Reddish. He fell down to 10 thanks to Sacramento picking the first Japanese player.
Horiaki or whatever.
Yes.
Horiaki.
So you got the 2 players. I thought right.
Japanese.
Yeah. I thought Cam Reddish between him, Zion, and RJ had the most pro potential out of the 3. Now as a Carolina fan, I don't believe in any Duke players because they either get hurt or something go wrong. Even Grant Hill could have been one of the best players, but he got hurt. I mean, just something goes wrong.
Came out hurt.
Yeah.
So he came out and we picked him up hurt.
But I give it to the Hawks for you scrapped everything. They going back to that point you were talking about when they won 60 games. All you had to do was sign DeMar Carroll back and say, let's run it again. Yes. Everybody's healthy. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Yes.
Let him go.
But they let him go, and that trickled down the whole team that they had.
Because it was a
so
team.
at that point, once everything is decimated, you got to rebuild. Yeah. So now that you're in rebuilding, you're building from the ground up, and you say, what are these young pieces that we can put together for the next 5 years that will stay together like the blueprint in Golden State and become the new Golden State, the Golden State 2.0 or whatever.
Stop. I'm going to tell you why I'll tell you to stop right now. Atlanta has always been we the next whatever team. We were the next Detroit Pistons. Then we the next San Antonio Spurs. Now we the next.
That's because of the coaches or the GM that comes here. Why can't
Atlanta say they're the first Atlanta? Golden State didn't. When Golden State built their model, they didn't say we're going to be the next San Antonio. No one said that. Every time we get an Atlanta team,
because it's a copycat league.
But no,
everything NFL, all pro sports are a copycat league. If you do something that works well, you're going to emulate that to get the best results that you can.
Every Atlanta team is always said to be the. Oh, they're going to be the next.
Because of who? Because of
except for the Falcons. The Falcons don't do nothing.
Well, no, we're supposed to be the next Seattle Seahawks.
But Chicago Bears,
But
Chicago. You went to the. Hey, and you how many kickers? Who kicking for y'all right now? How many kickers y'all trying out up there? And another thing about Cam Reddish is, what I thought it was a bad pick till I started hearing things about him, and that Cam Reddish didn't have his hand on the ball.
Cam Reddish, but see,
he didn't have his hand. Yes, he is.
He's not I think Trey is the ball dog.
I know Trey is, but you're gonna have to free Trey up. Yes, you're gonna have to free Trey up because people are gonna start focusing in on taking the ball out of Trey's hand. So if you have a guy like Cam Reddish who's 6'9", who can handle the ball, who can shoot the ball, who can play some D.
He plays better defense.
Yes, and cause Trey don't play no D.
Everybody knows that.
Now, can Philadelphia overtake next year?
No.
Ben Simmons is your point guard who doesn't shoot. Exactly. Not can't shoot. He
doesn't
shoot.
He can't shoot. 150 million. 150 million.
Ain't got an extension.
And he's made the same amount of threes that I made. No. This guy's been in the NBA for 4 or 5 years and has made the same amount of 3-pointers that I made.
Embiid
in the NBA
is a health risk. So no, I mean you got to.
You got, I don't know.
How
why
long?
you got old.
Me and Al the same age.
I know. It.
So
I wanted Al back in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie. His leadership. I don't care about anything else, but his lead. We don't.
I get you, but that's why Vince is still around. Well,
he's not still around.
Well, yeah, we
So
don't. We'll
Vince
see.
leaves,
We don't know.
We don't have that veteran leadership.
Right.
But they moved a lot of players out because with the picking up of Chandler Parsons, because you got rid of two.
We got an open
You got
spot
rid
now.
of two for one, and hopefully they're gonna buy Chandler Parsons out because you got a lot of them. You got a lot of them.
I don't know if they're gonna pay him. No, he's a 4 though. Chandler plays a 4.
But you got a lot of them. 6'9", they can shoot. You have all of them. Because you got
what
John
about
Collins. You putting John Collins. He probably gonna play more of a 4.
I think my favorite player is going to be Charlie Brown Jr. If this dude pans out,
what is a 2-way contract? What does that mean?
He's G League and
He's G League, yeah, and you can only play a certain amount of pro games.
Okay.
Otherwise, you void your contract.
People gonna kill me for this because I got kicked out of a sports talk group here in Atlanta. They kicked me out of the group, man. I wanted Bobo. I wanted the Hawks, and it's so damning to me.
And he went all the way to 40.
The same pick we had in the second round. That was our second round pick.
But they could have got him later in the second round.
We could have got him.
They could have, but they chose somebody else.
Bobo can't go left or right, buddy.
Who? Bobo can't do what?
Bobo can't go. No. I'm thinking about who's the 16.
No, you talking about Taco Fall.
Taco. Yeah, I'm thinking about Taco. My bad.
I'm talking about Bobo.
Bobo is different. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I'm gonna keep my eye on 2 people who I really wanted the Hawks to get. That was Kevin Porter Jr., who went to the Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
The dude looks like a young James Harden. If you ever watch his game looks like a young James Harden. But the dude is hell.
But why would you need that on this team? You can't. That's the problem with James Harden and Chris Paul. You can't have too many shooters. You ain't got but one ball.
I don't care, man.
You got to kill.
Shooters.
That kid's nice.
Okay,
but see, the thing I think with the Hawks is the other thing is once you get to the 9th seed this year, and who knows, it depends on injuries from other teams, they could end up as an 8th seed. Mm-hmm. Now the next year, you can bring in a free agent.
There's nobody next year. Everybody keeps. See, that's the thing about the Hawks.
I'm just saying, you got to. But see, the thing is, the other thing again, upper management. It's only been around for 2 years.
I saw who's here next year. DeAndre Drummond, Drummond out of not DeAndre Drummond. What's Drummond?
Andre Drummond.
Nobody wants him.
Drop the D.
And who's the other person? Andre Drummond. And there's another guy next year. Yeah, Draymond Green. Come on,
Draymond.
Man. No.
You never know.
No, we got Bruno Fernando to be Draymond Green now. That's what Bruno Fernando was supposed to be.
But you don't know if Bruno got that skill. Draymond
got
has
a
a
dog
skill
in him, it
set.
looks like.
Draymond has a skill set that
Bruno
people
like he can be that.
That he looks like. But
you like he can be.
Once you start winning, then Atlanta becomes more attractive.
We got strip clubs to be attractive.
And they facilities. People are looking at their facility. They have state of the art facilities. They having they see a young nucleus, and you hear a lot of players say when they came to Atlanta to play last year, it wasn't the same old. We know we finna walk in here and get a win.
Yeah.
The energy is different.
Mm-hmm.
The heart is different. It's a different. And I think DeAndre Hunter is a player. Cam Reddish is a player that Lloyd Pierce like. Players that's gonna play some defense because his point.
Because they didn't play a lot of defense last year. It was all offense.
And his point guard, he gonna be a star, but he play Clay defense. I mean, he plays Steph defense.
He's still learning.
None.
Man.
That boy ain't gonna play no defense.
Leave
man.
my boy alone.
That boy ain't gonna play no defense.
He
man.
ain't got it in him.
Hey, it's not his game. It's not his game. If he ain't played none all these years, what make you think he gonna start now?
Get out, Trey.
Hey,
I mean, he plays decent defense. That's why it's better than Harden defense. I give you that.
Oh, you are correct. You are correct. Yes, sir. You are correct. Hey, man, it's getting about that time. Don, where they can find you at, my brother?
You can find DNA Sports Talk, all one word, DNA Sports Talk on Twitter. You can find DNA Sports Talk on Facebook, DNA Sports Talk on Snapchat, DNA Sports Talk on Instagram, website, DNASportsTalk.com. Reach us directly, DNASportsTalk@gmail.com. And Monday night, 7 to 9 p.m. right here on 1100 a.m.
Thank you, my brother, for coming back and joining us again. Jazz, where they can find you at, Miss Later?
All my usernames are the same on all platforms. So Jazz, not Jasmine, Jazz, not Jasmine, Jazmine.
And next week is your last week with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Where you going? I'm not gonna be basic training. Army.
So will we have a little celebration?
No. I'll be in Missouri.
Say who? You say who?
No.
Will, where can they find you?
No.
Oh, we got to go.
Say who?
No.
You got to You better learn it.
Well, yeah, I don't got no choice unless.
Say who?
No, I
say
don't
who,
have to go there.
Say who, soldier? Say who?
No.
Look here, man. Where can they find you? Because we know you ain't coming back no time.
I'll be down in Fort Stewart. Come holler at me.
Hey, y'all, it's about that time to sweep the floors, clean the clippers. Jazz is next week ain't gonna make you clean the bathroom.
No,
We're gonna get it in this week.
Jazz, the show is all yours next week.
The bathroom is yours. The shop is closed.
We out. It's all you.
Same. Miss Starlight. We're talking randomly.